Have you ever wanted to fly from A to B on a flying goddamn jetpack like this? Getting over those buildings just to get where you need to get. I know selfish it is, but how amazing and futuristic would that be? Well, a company called Jetpack Aviation wants to do that, and this is what the thing looks like, and today we're talking all about this. If this sounds interesting, we talk about things every single day in this space. We're on channel 2 and of course channel 1. We mainly talk about technology and unboxing reviews and stuff like that. So this is something technologically, I can't say it. It is something pretty cool. How about that? Now, okay, going to what we want to talk about from this article, and then of course going to their actual web page. Let's do it right now. I want to show you a mock-up. Now this thing is actually flying. This is actually their Instagram account, so if you want to go follow them, please do, right? But this is actually one of their first mock-ups, I'm guessing. The thing's flying, and they've got a wire attached to it, just in case it's, wants to abide by gravity. This is the thing actually working. So the company is 100% building this by the looks of it, right? And it's pretty interesting. I'm guessing that's a drone flying around it. So it's a big drone with a little drone, if that makes any sense. Look at that. How cool is that, right? Anyway, pausing that for a second. Go check them out on Instagram if you want. But yeah, talking from this article from that webpage, okay? You can now pre-order. You can now pre-order your own jet turbine flying motorcycle for $10,000. My goodness, like we obviously live in the future, right, for this kind of shit to happen. I'm hoping they really do go ahead and actually build this thing, because if they don't, I'm going to be really sad. Really sad, all right? The future is now. Please build it. And starting from the start, so the Speeder is a new self-stabilizing jet turbine powered flying motorcycle by a company called Jetpack Aviation. Now, the startup, the California Aerospace Company, is best known for their creation of the JB-10 jetpack. I'll show you that in a second. A backpack-mounted pair of jet engines built for personal flight. They have also recently launched the world's first jetpack racing league, but that's a whole nother story altogether. This is what this thing looks like, right? That's the actual jetpack. You may or may not have seen it recently online. I have. That's kind of cool, right? There was also another video recently. I don't know if it was this company that built it, but there was a company, there was this Navy video, the English Navy, right, were flying over the waters, checking out suspicious boats, right, in training exercises. Now, I don't know if this company did that, but I have seen something similar, right? So the technology is obviously there. Anyway, going back to what we're talking about. Now, there is actually a video, but I'm not going to show you this today because it's got too much rock music in it and it's just too much. But anyway, it's a good video if you want to go check it out. So the Speeder is not just a motorcycle-styled hovercraft. It is a craft to basically soar into the sky, right? It's still in its concept stage, as we've shown you, but Jetpack has already built out specifications and marketing collateral, and it is currently taking pre-orders. Hang on a second. It's currently taking pre-orders for commercial versions of the flying motorcycle, although this is the problem, right? It will only be a very limited edition, as Jetpack Aviation plans to produce only 20 recreational models of the Speeder at first. Why, God damn it? No! Build more. There's that famous movie line. If you build it, they will come. They will come. Kevin Costner. All right, eat your heart out. Facts and specifications, right? Look at this thing. God, can you imagine getting from your house to work and from work back to the house? Like, it would make going to work extremely fun, wouldn't it? Your neighbors would hate you and love you. Like, the kids would love you, but the neighbors would hate you, right? That's how it would be, pretty much. Anyway, so here are the specs, right? 4 individual turbojet engines in a cluster, enough to apparently lift 231 lb, 105 kilos, airframe, and a pilot. So basically up to 240 lb or 109 kilograms. Basically, me and my sexy, tall, fat ass is never gonna fly on this thing. I weigh, unfortunately, more than that. What am I saying longer for? I don't really know, but maximum thrust, oh yeah, is apparently 705 lbf. Maximum speed apparently is greater than 150 miles per hour. Maximum endurance of up to 22-minute flight sessions. Now, depending on the pilot weight and the destination altitude kind of thing, the density altitude. Maximum altitude of 15,000 feet, but you'll need to get your own oxygen at that height. Now, it makes me think, right? How tall is the tip of Mount Everest? I was thinking to myself at first, maybe this could go at Mount Everest, right? Well, no, it can't. Mount Everest is apparently 29,000 feet, a little over 29,000 feet. So, oh well. I actually watched a video the other day of a helicopter in the 90s, I think it was, or the early 2000s. Could have been the early 2000s. The world's first helicopter to land on top of Mount Everest. I had no idea this could actually be done, right? But yeah, there was a world record set. I think I don't know what we're talking about Mount Everest now, but anyway, I think as drones increase in technology and lift capabilities and stuff like that, I think we will be able to rescue people on top of Mount Everest, because there's a whole problem of people dying up there. A lot of people have died up there, right? And no one can rescue them. No airlifting available kind of things. But anyway, that's just my thought with Mount Everest, right? So features, it runs on kerosene, Jet A, or diesel fuel. Now it has 360 degree collision avoidance, all right? So it's kind of like an unmanned drone, kind of like a DJI Mavic Air kind of thing, Mavic drone, right? It has the capability to stop you from hitting something, right? Now the Speeder has VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing capabilities, meaning it can hover, take off and land vertically. Now it uses a tilt to accelerate flight system with hand controls similar to the JB series jetpack. Now it is rigged up to fly by wire control system that allows the Speeder to self-stabilize in the air. Awesome. Much like quadcopter drones, as we've said, this will also stabilize the vehicle if one of the engines fails. That's also great. It can also fly in light to moderate rain. It is equipped with navigation and instrument lights that can fly during the night kind of thing. It has a 12-inch touchscreen navigation, GPS, fuel, all those little things that will be lighting up, letting you know what's happening with your vehicle, right? It has a built-in two-way aviation radio system for air-to-air ground communication kind of thing. So that's really, really cool. Now, license requirements. So this is something that you would need if you were going to fly this thing, right? Well, the JPA plans to build different versions of the vehicle to fit ultralight and recreational categories under the FAA law. So it can be flown on a recreational pilot certificate or sports pilot license, right? So looks like you do need something, right? Now the ultralight version will fly at only 60 miles per hour and won't require a pilot license. So that's interesting. If they do make the smaller version, the light version, I guess you could say, then you wouldn't need a license. I don't know how you get away with that, right? How is there a loophole for that? You're still flying in the air, right? But of course, that's America, I'm guessing. So different countries you go, you may very well get arrested for not having a license if you fly that thing, right? So the experimental version is the one that will be able to fly over 150 miles per hour, but it will require a former pilot license, right? Take a look at this thing. How cool is that? So if you want to have one of the 20 that they are building to sell, you can reserve it now for just 10,000 American dollars. But of course, the full cost of one of these is 380,000 American dollars. Commercial deliveries of the Speeders are aimed at some point in 2021. Now, with 2021 at this point of filming almost over, October, how likely is that? I don't know. I'm not too sure. After all of these are sold out, right, the rest of the productions will be dedicated to military and other government applications, right? The military version, which we'll show you in a second, will be slightly different. It will have the additional jet turbine for redundancy and extra lift, and the capability to remotely fly as a drone or cargo carrier, right? So yeah, the military, if they choose to use this thing, of course, if they buy on this thing, this will be something that we'll start to see the military using. How cool is that? So take a look at this, right? This is actually their website. So this is the thing, right, actually spinning around. I mean, how cool does that look? Obviously, at this point, it is just an animation. I'm really hoping they really do make this thing, right? We'll scroll down a little and just show you some of the things on the website, right? Empty weight, so 231 lbs, maximum thrust, as we've said, 705 lbs. We'll go make it a little bigger for you. If you guys want to read any of that, I think we've already read a lot of it, but there you go. All right, if you want to pause it, please do. But I'm going to show you the other version, right? The other version is the military version. All right, have another look at that. That's what that looks like. The Iraq War, the war in the desert over there, officially over at the moment. Coming soon to a place near you, the China War. God, I hope not. Anyway, moving down. You never know these days, guys. You never know. So they've also got this cargo speeder on the right, which has its own thrust capabilities, right? And they can kind of fly with each other, all right? It literally flies with each other. And this one purely just has like cargo inside of it. So that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Once again, here are the specs for this one. But I think this one has one extra thruster because it's the military one. So if anyone wants to pause that, please do. The price for this one, to be announced. They're not actually saying how much the military version would be. But here's some more photos of this thing from the website. Look, this looks like it's going to be just the civilian version. And they are apparently selling the cargo thing for the civilian version as well. But that's interesting, right? About jetpack aviation. Well, jetpack aviation saves lives, they claim. We do that by enabling critical personnel to get into and out of positions faster than by any other means. And we do that by creating the world's smallest, fastest, and safest VTOL aircraft. So I'm guessing, remove my face for a second, I'm guessing what they're trying to say is they can also get like ambulance crews working for this thing as well, working with this thing, right? And yeah, imagine, you know, you've just broken your leg somewhere, all right? You've had a car crash or something, and then they fly you up to the hospital in one of these things. I mean, how sick would that be? That's kind of cool, right? So look, there you go. Look, what do you guys think about this new technology? Now, I will quickly say, this article that I just read from came out in 2019. So, you know, they do say it will be coming out in 2021 sometime, but obviously 2021 is fast approaching the end, all right, the end of 2021. So I'm very hopeful that they'll continue to build this thing, but we'll have to see and wait what happens, right? Were you one of the billionaires who bought one of these things? If so, let me know in the comments down below. We're on channel 2 and we're on channel 1. If you could buy one of these things, what would you do with it? Where would you fly? It's a great question. We're also at Tallboy Gareth at their social medias, right? I've been Tall. My name's Gareth, and I will see you for tomorrow's daily video. I love yous.